Gina Cooper. I'm an assistant professor of pediatric emergency medicine, and I work in the pediatric emergency medicine department here at the University of Kentucky. I grew up on a farm, and so I spent most of my time hanging out with our animals and exploring outdoor spaces, and I always was really interested in what made nature tick and what made life tick, and that led to my interest in medicine. I enjoy taking care of people, especially children, and I really enjoy working to help make their health better and to help their parents feel empowered to take care of them. For me, emergency medicine is a great area to work in and to be a part of. I get to help take care of kids with everyday concerns like a broken arm or a cut on their forehead, all the way up to kids who are really, really sick. And that's something that provides me with a challenge every day, but also an opportunity to help and especially help support their families through challenging times. Our goal in the pediatric emergency department is to always put children first and to help support their families right along with them as we take care of each and every child on a day that's usually pretty rough for their family. One thing I like to try to be sure we do in each visit is help the child understand what's going on and help them to feel comfortable that we're taking care of them and we're listening to what they need us to know. I think it would be really hard to be able to have a world-class pediatric emergency medicine department like we have here anywhere except for an academic setting. The reasons that it's so important to be in a setting like the University of Kentucky is because we have the opportunity to provide our patients with more resources than you typically see in a community emergency department. We have child life specialists who help us work with kids to distract them and teach them about procedures or experiences they might have in the emergency department. We have on-site interpreters for families that need different communication styles. And we also have nurses that are dedicated just to the pediatric emergency department, so you can feel more comfortable that people who are taking care of your kids only work with kids day in and day out. Pediatric emergency medicine is a specialty that's relatively new and is certainly growing. Across the country, there are a number of large children's hospitals engaged in research in pediatric emergency medicine. And we have a relationship with Cincinnati Children's, which happens to be one of the nation's leading children's hospitals in terms of emergency medicine research. Research is an important part of pediatric emergency medicine. There are networks across the country that are working on identifying the best ways to treat children with common complaints like a broken arm or even more severe complaints like overwhelming infections. We utilize that research and that information here at the University of Kentucky to be sure that we're helping kids be treated with the most cutting edge information that's been used around the world and right here in our own backyard. But I think the coolest part of my job is being able to have a patient give me a high five after they've come in with something that made them fairly worried and be able to go home feeling well and knowing that they're going to be just fine. The other cool thing is I get to hand out popsicles.